Hey, what is up guys? It's also here from Progressive Transformation, and today we're going to really be having a very special episode because it's the first of its kind and maybe the last, I don't really know. We'll see how this goes and if you guys respond well to this kind of format and content. Basically today we're going to be interviewing Swole Toriano. His name is around here somewhere, his channel, YouTube channel, but he likes to be called by DaddyGainz, and we're going to be interviewing him because he recently was a dad, and we're going to see how he can just manage that between having a child to take care of and maintaining his workout regimen in the gym. But enough of me talking as of now, let's give it up for Swole and just let him introduce himself.
What's up guys, DaddyGainz here. My real name is Swole, but don't call me that because if you write that in the comment section below, there's a very high chance that your comment will be deleted here on YouTube. Well anyways, I'm an actual daddy. I have a son. And like Salso, I also make videos about fitness and entertainment. By profession, I am a nurse and an embalmer. So I've taken care of the healthy, sick, living, dying, and the dead. But I don't really enjoy doing that, so right now I just manage small businesses, alright? But enough about me, let's answer some questions.
Okay, so DaddyGainz, first question I actually wanted to ask you. How long have you been training for?
Well, it depends. If you're going to count the time when I was training like an idiot, well, I started training since I was 14 years old. I just saw this dumbbell lying around and I asked people, how do I use this thing? And they taught me how to do the dumbbell curl with terrible form. Like, I was using momentum like this. It was stupid. So since that day, I've been doing like 10 sets of bicep curls every week. That was the only exercise I knew at the time. I wasn't even that consistent. There were weeks when I didn't even train at all. But if you're going to count the time, when I started doing that first dumbbell bicep curl, it's been around 14 years now, okay? But if you mean proper training and nutrition, then I've been doing it for like 3 years, or at least I've been trying to do it. I started in June 2017, and until now I'm still learning new things and hitting the gym.
Okay, second question. Why did you actually start going to the gym and chose for a healthier lifestyle?
Well, that was because when I was 14, I was a twig, okay? I was the kind of guy whom if you would bump into me, I could get a fracture. So I wanted to get bigger so that I could feel better about myself. So I was doing it for confidence. But the reason why I started to follow proper training and nutrition was because in 2017, I was pretty fat, okay? I had a beer belly. I was drinking like every other day. And I was going to step on stage and expose my belly. And I didn't want them to see my big ass belly. So I wanted to get a six-pack. Alright? That was my goal back then, just to get a six-pack. So once again, I was just doing it for confidence. Nothing big really, I just wanted to feel better about myself.
So, third question. What are the major hassles, the major things you had to go over in order to achieve your physique as of right now?
Well, I can only think of three. The first, and perhaps the biggest struggle that I faced back then when I was just starting out, was definitely looking for a great source of information. I remember back then when I was scrolling down on Facebook, I saw this ad. There was this handsome, great-looking guy. He had a sweet six-pack. He had the body of my dreams. So I started following him around. Can you guess who that guy is? It was V-Shred, okay? I used to be one of V-Shred subscribers because I was an idiot, okay? I know he's an idiot, but I was an even bigger idiot back then. Well, I'm still an idiot, but anyways. There are a lot of fake fitness gurus out there, and there's bro science that's being spread everywhere, in the gym, in the supplement store, online, everywhere, okay? I'm just lucky that at that time, Jeff Cavalier was already big on YouTube. He was like the first guy that I followed around who really knew what he was talking about. Yes, I know he lifts fake weights, but who cares? Because his advice is super helpful. If it weren't for him, I wouldn't have gotten started with my fitness journey. The second biggest struggle that I encountered was just getting the ball rolling. It's hard to get started. That's the hardest part in my opinion. Especially for the diet. Oh my god, I still remember my first cut. It was horrible, okay? I was following every good advice in the book. But I still felt terrible because the hunger pangs were killing me. My body just wasn't used to it yet. But the good news is that it gets better over time. You just need to get used to it. There were moments when I was just lying around watching TV and people would ask me if I was okay because I really looked like shit. And to tell you the truth, yeah, I was feeling like shit. But then I would tell them, okay. Back then I was pretending that I was okay, although in reality I was not feeling okay because I didn't want them to give me some terrible advice like, oh, you need to stop doing this and stop doing that because it's bad for your body. Although it wasn't really bad for your body. The third one is something that I still struggle with to this day. Actually, I'm struggling with it right now. The fear of having something bad happen to my body. Because you know, during my first year of lifting, I had an inguinal hernia in my left side. The doctor said it was because I was lifting too heavy, okay? They said it was because of the squats and the deadlifts, while Jeff Cavalier said it was because of the dumbbell rows. But whatever the case, I got it, okay? Doesn't make a difference. But now, I feel like I'm going to get another one in my right side. I don't want to go through surgery again. It was one of the worst things that I had to experience in my life. So I'm being very careful. But because of this mentality, I'm finding it very difficult to go harder than last time. You know, because sometimes I just feel like it's not worth it. But in the long run, if you really want to achieve maximal results, it's worth it. You really need to do it. But I have a hard time following it because of this.
Fourth question. If you had to give yourself an advice for when you started the gym, if you could actually go back in time and be like, nah bro, listen to me, you're stupid right now, what would you say yourself of the past?
Okay, so my advice would definitely be to be careful who you take advice from. Because when we're beginners, our brain is like a sponge. We would absorb everything that we hear, okay? Don't fill it with shit. In the gym, you would hear a lot of unsolicited advice from people who don't even look good. Now, some guys who look good will also give you unsolicited advice, but their advice could still be bad. I remember there was this ripped and swole looking guy who told me that I should only train one body part a day. He was telling me to follow a bro split, which was the worst split, okay? I was a beginner back then, but at least he looked impressive. But what about those other guys? They were like, do this, do that, don't eat this, eat that. I may be obese right now, I might be out of shape, but 2-3 years ago, I was a freaking beast, so worship me because I'm smarter than you. I sing. Oh my god, stop listening to those guys. I don't know why they have the audacity to approach you and give you unsolicited advice. Maybe it's because they have self-esteem issues, or maybe it's because they have an inflated view of themselves. But whatever the case, you should just do your own research. Just assume that they know nothing, okay? Ignore them. Don't even listen to them. Learn the truth yourself.
Okay, fifth question. What is your current workout right now? And what do you do week by week to maintain and improve your physique?
My current workout plan is a 5-day push-pull-leg upper-lower split. It's power building-ish. I don't know, I just made it up, okay? So towards the beginning of my workout, I do the bench, squat, or deadlift in the 3 to 5 rep range. I just do that for 2 sets. And then for the rest of the workout, I would stick to the 6 to 15 rep range. I just do the exercises I like to do. I just stick to the basics. So for my chest, there's always an incline bench, flat bench, and cable thingy, whatever you call it. And then for the pull day, you have a vertical pull and a horizontal pull, and sometimes I include a deadlift. And for the leg day, good old squats with some lunges and single leg exercises. And of course the calf raise, because the calves are important, you know? They're always lagging, in many cases, at least. Anyways, I just do whatever I want to do, okay? And I think the rep range doesn't really matter as long as you just train hard and try to go harder than last time, as Coach Greg always says. As for my diet, I just eat whatever I want to eat in moderation. I don't restrict myself. Sometimes I eat burgers, sometimes I eat fries. Well, I'm pretty lucky. I have the genetics to stay lean. I actually have a hard time gaining weight. You don't believe me? Watch my fucking videos! I don't hop onto those popular diet plans that are not very sustainable, okay? So I don't do intermittent fasting, I don't do keto, I don't do paleo, any of those stuff. I just eat whatever I want to eat.
Okay, so sixth question. How did becoming a father impact your workouts regimen, your schedule, you know, all that stuff?
It had a big effect, okay? For the first week, I wasn't able to train. Because I learned that if you sleep with a baby in the room, you can't get a good night's sleep. And if you can't get a good night's sleep, you can't get a good workout in. Sleep is super important, and I was missing it in my first week. But you know what? I'm lucky. Because I have the best wife in the universe. She was cool with letting me sleep at night while she goes on night duty. And then, when I hit the gym, she's there to support me. And she's cool with it, as long as I give her time to sleep in the afternoon. So here's what my schedule looks like nowadays. In the morning, I hit the gym and I do whatever the hell I need to do for the day. And then for the afternoon, I mean the entire afternoon, I take care of my baby. And then at night, I go get some sleep while my wife looks after my baby. I'm very lucky. If it weren't for my wife, I wouldn't be able to hit the gym right now. And I'd have to rename my channel to Daddy Bod, because I lose my abs and I get the daddy belly.
What advice would you give to new dads that just got their first child for them to actually start going to the gym and being able to go to the gym, or if they already went to the gyms to maintain that, to still keep going to the gym even though they have a child to take care of right now?
Give up! Well, just kidding. Don't give up. I meant the complete opposite. Be stronger than your excuses. If you have a baby in the house, talk to your wife. Ask her if it's okay for you to get some 6 to 8 hours of quality sleep while she looks after the baby. And if you're going to hit the gym, ask her if it's okay for her to take care of the baby while you're at it. Now let's just say that your wife is not as awesome as my wife, okay? She won't agree to that. Get someone else to do it. Hire somebody to take care of the baby while you're at it. Because you really need some sleep and you need to be able to hit the gym, or at least get the good training in even if you don't hit the gym. Just get some time to train and get some time to sleep, okay? And as for your nutrition, it has to be your lifestyle, okay? It has to be sustainable. If it's not sustainable, you won't be able to stick to it and you'll go back to where you started. So talk to your wife so that you can have some time to sleep and train. Being a dad is not easy. Yes, it is a wonderful experience, but it's not easy. It eats up a lot of your time and resources. However, you should never use this as an excuse to get out of shape. One of these days, your children will look at your pictures and say, "Ooh, my dad was a beast." But then do you want them to say that my dad is no longer a beast because my mother gave birth to me and he wasn't able to maintain his body? No! I want my son to look at my pictures and say, "Oh, I want to look like this one day." So set an example. Make your children proud. Be someone that they will look up to in the future.